some Splatoon community members cannot abandon these animation videos or left it unfinished. And this list, we're going to go take a look at top 10 Splatoon community members that deserve to get back in GMOD last source for making business since 2015/2016/2017. And this list, we're going to take a look at some YouTubers or Splatoon community members that deserve to get back in business after some serious issue or whatever. After Splatoon 1 was released, they started to become as Splatoon community members, and a few months later, and until it went horrible one and some years later. And those YouTubers deserve to come back from retirement until they get finished those videos or where they left off. However, Alex Spider will be not in the list because he working on Inquiry Socially and his videos was being uploaded back in 2017 while he working on GMOD while he got a job and college at the same time. And because of Smash Brothers videos delayed, but he still continued on where it's left off. So Alex Spider will be not in the list. And Jupiter 634 also not be on the list. Except Saving Fishy Bobkin. Number 10. Rex Legend / Shining Nova. Now Rex Legend / Shining Nova is the best YouTuber at all time. Now Shining Nova or Rex Legend what we call is a Splatoon YouTuber who work on SFM again. While he retired, the second Exona was Shining Nova. However, it's still Rex Legend because during these technical difficulty or whatever, being Shining Nova, well, he is a Shining Nova or Rex Legend, whatever, but it's still same YouTuber. However, hang on. See, it's crashed. Sorry, it's crashed. See, this happened to my Chrome when I click sort of an accident after I click it like that where it's lag. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. In Shining Nova or Rex Legend, however, doing the source for making issue or whatever, doing an animated appearance in Problem Splatoon, it's still Rex Legend. Because, however, even Rex Legend or Shining Nova, they decided to retire because the source for making is quite hard to make. Yes, we know that it's hard to make, but you did your best as Rex Legend or Shining Nova. But, however, even Shining Nova or Rex Legends, that YouTuber deserves to get back on his filmmaker to make certain funny videos or bring Mario and Splatoon crossover videos again. If he's still Rex Legend. Number 9, Blue Raven. Now, Blue Raven did finally upload his filmmaking last year, but we not see him anymore, so his filmmaking quite some file. However, it's so strange Blue Raven not being made or upload video quite some file. It's been like a bit too long. Now Blue Raven, like Pearl, but Blue Raven did make multiple filmmaking and his cancelled animation video called Rose back in 2016 or 2017 and wasn't surprising. Shining Nova did not even mean to cancel Rose videos. I know he did on these show source filmic videos and ages ago and so on. However, Blue Raven that deserved to come back and revive all the source filmmaking videos he deleted and revived Rose Part 1. However, doing these lack of motion like that. It's quite unknown when he going back to his Splatoon business again or whatever. Number 8, Sake. Now, Sake is a different art Splatoon community. If you guys don't know who Sake is, well, I know about who Sake is. She's a different art. She's a Splatoon community who on different art or whatever. Because of the retirement, on January 2019, she's uploaded her last comic with GMOD prior to her retirement. Yes. If Sake was a Splatoon YouTube boss, or she get her own YouTube channels, then that would be not a problem. And her friend was Charlotte, which I don't know who Charlotte is. But Sake, maybe you should try a YouTube channel for source filmmaking videos or GMOD. Well, GMOD is. But I think you deserve to come back in business. But you did well. Number 7, Violet. Violet was first upload his GMOD back in 2016. He was joined his channels back in 2013 until she's retirement. Wasn't surprising. Because during these GMOD issues, he lost his motivation of making GMOD animation and started a gaming channel featuring Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with randomized mod, but made a VR chat videos as well. If Splatoon community member had a better computer like Windows 10 or whatever, then it's better to use Windows 10 instead if somebody want to make a GMOD or source film again. I know you're having issues, Violet, but you did well. Number 6, Ellie Cordelia. Now, Ellie Cordelia, we already know her as a Splatoon community member, but we never heard of she was making GMOD or source filmmaking. I know she did made a poster with Kirby in it for music videos, but because of the retirement, I know she met Heavy the Squid, but and now she's an animator again, Heavy, Omega, and Brad Jackson now, but we don't want to talk about that. So, oh yeah, and we cannot forget about her suicide nonsense for the last 2 years, where she wasn't in Alex Spider videos, but as an animator instead of back in second half of 2019. But Ellie Cordelia will be working on GMOD or source filmmaking animation videos in the future. She's an intern as well, but remember Ellie Cordelia, I think you deserve to work on GMOD animation or source filmmaking animation from now on, but maybe. Number 5, Floor/Green Octolen. Now, we all don't know who Floor or Green Octolen is. Yes, I do know. her or them. Flora is a green Pacific Ocean octolen and the former octosona of former committee member known as green octolen. Because he or she had a broken computer, she cannot or he cannot make any GMOD videos, but Flora also reappeared in, well, you may guess it, Splatoon 2004 and GMOD 634. Yeah, she did reappear. So if Flora had a newer computer such as Windows 10, she will continue on GMOD or SFM again in the future. Yeah, she did well. Number 4, Spence Bernay. We already know who Spence Bernay is in last 4 or 3 years ago. Since he joined Splatoon committee back in unknown, which I cannot remember, he made Human DNA, but Human DNA was completely discontinued after the second part, because the dark squid reappeared at the end of his videos. And Welcome to Neighborhood was made by Spence Bernay, but he deleted his channel because of retirement. I know he did not mean to retire his channels, but we could see Spence Bernay or Joe again on Alex Spider's videos and Maureen. Yeah, it's just one of these days like that. But we still miss Spence Bernay, but sometimes he get his YouTube channels back after he deleted his channels last 2 years back in 2018, but we don't know what happened next in DNA in part 3. So we'll have to wait and see later on. Number 3, Lucian X13. Now, Lucian X13 is an SM64 machinima or Lucid SM64 YouTuber. Now, Lucian is meant to be become a Splatoon committee member, but in England, but supposed to be. Lucian X13 is an SM64 machinist that had a YouTube channel with the same name. And he looked like SNG4 color code, but it looked like completely back and front color code of SNG4 but however, before he got into Splatoon community member, he completely lost interest on making Splatoon videos on GMOD animation or whatever, so he decided retirement already after Splatoon community issues. In September 2019, not surprising, but he decided to get a better computer like Windows 10, so he will make a GMOD videos for real, like Splatoon England style, supposed to be. At least you did try Luke CNX13, you did try it. Number 2, Blue England Last Room. Like Rex Legend / Shiny and Nova, this cute blue hair England was meant to be finished off Squid Ventures, but got discontinued because if we could see on Wiki, I know he's still alive, but retirement. So even Blue England or Shroom, those YouTubers deserve to get back on Garry's Motors Source Film again to finish off Square's venture, because it left the Square's venture discontinued, was meant to be finished off. Yeah, we understand. However, we already know who Blue England is. He's slightly scared and sadistic, but it wasn't surprising like that. But weakness at weaker physical strength. Then again, not sure. And we had friends such as JQuest 604 and Marine. He's still alive but retirement. So I think Blue England did very well, sort of thing. You did well, Blue England, but you deserve to get back in business if you had a Windows 10 computer. Yeah. We understand about that. Now, let's take a look who is number 1 on this list. Number 1, Pool 157. Yeah, duh. Well, still my favorite YouTubers. Number 1, Pool 157. Pool 157 joined the Splatoon community member back in November 2015 after first GMOD test. He did very well working on GMOD as was filmmaking and videos. However, because of those filmmaking and videos issues, he decided to retire, but without saying anything. But he completely quiet and without announcement. However, because of the coronavirus, if you look at Pooh's channels, he's went back to Splatoon community member again, but I know he got it to his profile picture still, but in the near future he get back to the same Splatoon profile picture from his YouTube channels. Well, Pool, you very well working on GMOD as filmmaking, but we completely surprised you went back in business again. Yep, Pool is back in business. If you look at Half-Life Alyx's filmmaking image, it shows that Pool is back on those filmmaking GMOD business. Because of coronavirus, Pool 157 decided to work on Half-Life Alyx image, and then if you see on his Steam channels, he's working on those filmmaking and now to finish off Auckland Innocent 2 Part 4 and 5 where it left off. Yes. He's feel quite guilty. Well, yeah, Pools feel guilty while he not finished off Auckland Innocent 2 Part 4 yet, but he still had to take his time. And because oh, come on. See, I have an issue with that Chrome crashes as well. Yeah, we had to wait because it is. I hope it doesn't close itself as well. But look at that, it's slow. Come on, come on. And look at that poor 157 subscribers. He got 103k subscribers. That was a lot of subscribers. But poor 157 will get a play button trophy from YouTube. But we're not sure yet. However, because he went back to business, yeah, still no announcement. Because he got 103k subscribers, he went back to working on Auckland Innocent 2.4, where he meant to be finished up, but he still need to take his time. So, do you agree with my list? Which Splatoon community member that deserve to get back in business such as Games Mode or SFM again after some serious issue? Leave comments below. Please subscribe and follow into my channels if you're new to me. Link in the description below. And click the bell for notification. And please subscribe to my channels. And peace, minute shorts. Hope you enjoyed. Peace, minute shorts.